This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on 39 Dunedin News, a perception of inaction prompts a local academic and other climate change practitioners to issue a call. The work of a Dunedin neurosurgeon could signal a turning point in the fight against alcoholism. And over 4,000 athletes are about to get competitive in an event that's challenging a misconception. Good evening, Dunedin. I'm Rebecca Dupree. A local academic is back from a national climate change forum where the outcomes of the recent Paris talks were discussed. Perceived government inaction was the main topic of debate, with those gathered calling for political parties to unite on the issue, and they're taking their involvement to the next level.
Formulating a plan. Climate change campaigner Sir Alan Mark is back in the city after attending a public forum addressing the recent Paris Agreement. Late last year, almost 200 nations pledged to cut greenhouse gas emissions to a level that will limit temperature rise.
We knew the outcome of the conference was, to most people's delight, really, achieved a lot more than everybody thought could be possible, with all the participating countries, some 150, agreeing to the outcome that climate change was a major global issue and actions were urgent.
During the Paris talks, New Zealand picked up the Fossil Award twice, a negative recognition of the country's weak emissions targets. The government signed on to keep global warming within 1.5 degrees, but Sir Mark says it's yet to establish a plan to meet the obligation.
The New Zealand government seems to be satisfied with New Zealand trailing the world in terms of its response to this very serious issue. The scientists are 97% convinced that we have a major issue. It is an urgent issue, and therefore, why is New Zealand government trailing so far behind?
Former Prime Minister Sir Geoffrey Palmer spoke at the forum in Wellington along with several other academics. With over 300 people attending, Sir Mark's confident the public's on the right track to addressing climate change.
The wise response was delighted that we had convened this meeting in Wellington, and we've got a workshop established, and we're going to take this thing forward as a group of NGOs, really, looking at the issues from a collective point of view.
The group's asking central government to take the lead, but Sir Mark says grassroots support is also helpful. He says the more voices united on the issue, the better. Ruby McAndrew, 39 Dunedin News. Armed police cordoned off Logan Park High School today while investigating a threat against the institution. Police aren't releasing details about how the threat was made or what it involved. 39 Dunedin News understands a prank phone call was made from a local landline this morning. The police cordon extended around the school, although no students were on site. Some staff were helping police with their investigation. Contractors were at the school building a new creative suite. Classes officially resume on Monday for most students. A local neurosurgeon and researcher is breaking new ground with his treatment of alcohol cravings. He's using implants in the brains of alcoholics to decrease their need for liquor through stimulation, and his research is having an effect locally.
Cutting the cravings. This neurosurgeon is researching how implants inserted into the brains of those battling alcohol addiction can affect cravings.
The surgical research that we're conducting right now is implanting electrodes in brains of people who have an addictive problem, and we start with people with alcohol addiction.
Electrodes are surgically inserted into the middle part of the brain that controls cravings. The wires are hooked up to a mini pacemaker-like machine that controls stimulation, and users can buzz when they feel like alcohol. Professor DeRider says recovering alcoholics often relapse due to the presence of alcohol, cravings and stress. He's found the best way to decrease the chance of relapse is by targeting cravings.
What we can treat is either the stress or the craving. And so the purpose of the implants is to control the circuit in the brain of the people for craving. So we want to suppress the craving so that the risk of relapsing or continuing to drink is decreased.
3 Otago residents are already benefiting from the treatment, and a 4th will receive an implant in March. To be eligible, patients must be severe alcoholics with no other treatment options. Professor DeRada says the implants are working well, and he's hoping to advance the treatment so it's more widely available.
What we want to do is to create a surgical treatment that will be non-specific, so will be useful for any kind of addiction, that can be performed by any neurosurgeon, and you don't have to go to any special center that can do it, because technically it's relatively simple.
Dunedin's the only place in the world where researchers are using stimulation on the craving part of the brain to decrease addiction. Annabelle Dick, 39, Dunedin News.
The former boss of a Maori learning centre in South Dunedin is facing allegations she embezzled more than $200,000 from the business. The Kokiri Training Centre in McAndrew Road has been reporting financial problems. Now it's been publicly revealed that former Chief Executive Lynette Ann Collins-Watson faces 8 theft-related charges. She's pleaded not guilty to all offences relating to the theft of money and property from the centre over several years. The 58-year-old is on bail, waiting for a defended hearing date to be set. She allegedly stole more than $234,000 as well as a smartphone. The New Zealand Masters Games is kicking off in Dunedin with over 4,000 athletes set to compete. The schedule is jam-packed with hundreds of events, including figure skating and an indoor triathlon, and organisers are challenging the misconception that the event is just for old people.
Checking in for a week of fun. Athletes from around the world are converging on this year's Masters Games Village at the University of Otago campus. More than 4,000 people have registered for the Games, and organisers are expecting that number to rise.
We're down a little bit, so we're sort of aiming at 4,500, and they are growing, so we do get registrations right over the Games week, so we're hoping they'll pick up a little bit.
It's the 13th time Dunedin's hosted the Games, which consistently attract competitors from around the world. This year there's sportsmen and women travelling from several countries, including Australia, the UK and Germany. But it's not just the older generation getting involved.
We have our swimmers, they can be 20, and that we've got one entrant that's under 20 so far, and that will be an ice skater. And our gymnasts are also under 20, some of them. So it ranges, depending on the sport, and that's 25, but our main people are the 35 to the 55.
While sport is the main focus of the Games, there's also several entertainment events planned during the week. The local economy is getting a major boost from the increase in activity. Organisers say it's all about creating a fun and friendly atmosphere for those involved.
It is a festival, so people come to compete, and they do compete, and they take their competition really, really seriously. But they're also want to get together after they've had their day and that, and have a few drinks and catch up with friends and listen to some music and entertainment. So it's really important that we do the whole concept.
Hundreds of volunteers are working alongside staff and sports coordinators to ensure the event runs smoothly. The 9-day Games begin tomorrow with several events including rugby, squash and croquet first off the mark. Ruby McAndrew, 39, Dunedin News.
Still to come on 39 Dunedin News, a local woman plans a drastic personal change for charity, and we find out why some prisoners are about to learn yoga.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
It's all about our customer care, great food, great coffee, and supported by some awesome staff. We think it's really important that the customers, when they come in here, have a good experience and leave wanting to come back. And I think in a nutshell, that's what the Good Oil is all about.
Chiropractic care is a drug-free way of sorting out stress and pain by getting your spine in line with body and brain. At Mosgiel Chiropractic and Wellbeing, we provide family chiropractic care. Feel taller, lighter and brighter. Call Mosgiel Chiropractic and Wellbeing today, 484-7272.
Are you looking to add a new dimension to your home? A Christie's glass house and shed will add value to your property and increase your gardening pleasure, and can be easily ventilated during the day. A Christie's garden shed is a brilliant addition to your backyard, adding to your storage capacity. The great Kiwi glass house and shed come in all shapes and sizes, are manufactured in Dunedin and come in a range of nature-inspired colour steel colours or metallic zinc aluminum finish. Choose the Kiwi shed that has stood the test of time. Choose Christie.
The team at Caltex North care more about you than just putting fuel in your tank. They care about you and your family. At the Caltex Valley Workshop, the skilled service team care about your safety, extending the life of your car and helping you live more economically. There's a range of modern equipment to give comprehensive warranty fitness checks and servicing to your vehicle. Come visit your only local in North East Valley and receive 10% off when you book your warrant and service together. That's your friendly Caltex Valley Workshop, 134 North Road, or book online at caltexvalley.co.nz.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
Mobility Scooters Otago. Mobility scooters, new and used, electric manual wheelchairs, strollers and walkers. Free home demonstration and delivery. Call Tony on 03 455 2875 or visit our showroom, 211 Canudwood Street, opposite Westpac.
128 tracks, dynamic automation, dual faders, and totally digital. This is state-of-the-art music production. The SSL Digital Console. You'll find one in the BBC studios in London, another at CBS studios in New York, and now one at the University of Otago. It's a good reason why our sound now sounds even better. My name is Maddie Parkins Craig, and this is my place in the world.
Take your place in the world.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books. With the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
Here's something else to look forward to sinking your teeth into every weekend with the Otago Daily Times, the Weekend Mix, your guide to what's hot in fashion, entertainment, food and more. New weekend magazine in your ODT. Pick up your copy this Saturday.
Welcome back. Dairy farmers around the country are bracing themselves for a seasonal loss, with Fonterra cutting its forecast payout. The dairy giant is shaving 45 cents off its per kilogram payout for milk solids. That's prompted Dairy NZ to estimate that 85% of farmers will make a loss this season. The global dairy industry is taking longer than expected to rise up from its lengthy slump as supplies continue to outweigh demand. Fonterra is now planning to pay $4.15 per kilogram of milk solids rather than the previous estimate of $4.60. And on that note, let's take a look at today's financials. The NZX 50 has closed the day up. It's now at 6,170 points. The Dow Jones is up 125 points. And to the exchange rates, the Kiwi dollar is unchanged against the greenback. We're down against the Australian and the pound, and up against the yen and the euro. A local woman is drastically changing her look to raise money for mental health initiatives. Sarah Ryder is collecting donations in the lead up to shaving her head, with all money raised going to charity. She's here to tell us more. Good evening.
Hello.
Why and when are you shaving your head?
I'm shaving my head in a week's time, and basically I wanted a very different look and wanted to go short, and so thought may as well raise some charity by shaving it all in once.
Have you had your hair cut short before?
No, never.
I mean, we're very proud of our manes, us girls.
Yeah.
How do you think it's going to feel having none of this around?
I'm actually really excited. I think it's going to be great. I've come to realise in recent years growing up that body hair doesn't actually define you or femininity, so I'm really ready for that change.
How much money are you hoping to raise?
As much as possible, ideally.
How much have you got so far?
I've got about $300, which has been donated to the overseas charity. So yes, and there's also another charity which is a local organisation I want to collect for.
Tell us about those charities.
So the first charity is called Mind, and it's a UK charity, but even though it is overseas, it has a plethora of resources for New Zealanders to use. Things like podcasts, articles, videos, and offering where to get that support with people with mental health problems do need it. And then there is the local group, which is called Chat Bus, which is a travelling bus with a counsellor travelling to different schools, offering help to those under 14 who might be struggling.
Why do you think these two charities are worth supporting?
I think that everyone is affected by depression or something similar, whether it's themselves or if they're a carer or a loved one. And often it's quite hard to tell if you or someone else has depression. So I think it's very important for these outreaches to be supported.
Tell us about the support you've received so far.
Oh, a lot from my friends, mainly. Also, quite a lot of appreciation from males, which I really didn't expect, who have been very supportive, and yeah, family. Yeah, everyone supports it, and that was quite surprising.
Despite the fact you're ready to cut your long hair off, do you think you're going to miss anything about having long hair?
To be honest, it takes too much time, and it never does what I want it to. So
same here.
No.
Now, how can people get involved to support you in your work here?
You can visit the Chatbus website directly, and they have information there. And they also, you can donate directly through their website, and you can also visit my sponsorship website and donate to Mind UK through there and read about my story and sort of leave a message if you want to.
Now, you've got a beautiful coloured hair. Are you donating it or planning on doing anything with it once it's off?
It is quite bleached, so I'm not sure whether it's a good quality to donate for wig making. However, there is a local Dunedin artist who does sculpt pieces from human hair, so I am hoping to donate that for the arts.
Wonderful stuff. Well, good luck with your fundraising. Sarah Ryder, thank you so much for your time. After the break on 39 Dunedin News, prisoners are about to learn yoga, but some will miss out. And we'll take a look at the results of this week's online poll.
Do you want support for your breathing? You are not alone. In New Zealand, over 600,000 people have some form of breathing difficulty, especially with the high pollen season in New Zealand. Puff Plus is an excellent natural product developed to support lung function and breathing difficulties. Puff Plus is so effective, you get a no questions asked, money back guarantee on the first purchase. Give it a go, you have nothing to lose. Call now, 0800 502 402. Take as directed. If symptoms persist, see your healthcare professional.
Grandad loved his family and surfing, in that order. He taught me to surf, and we spent a lot of time in the water together over the years. When he died, I strapped the camera to the nose of his old board and filmed the paddle out at St. Clair. Gillian's played the video on the big screen at his funeral. Grandad would have loved having everyone come out one last surf with him.
Gillian's Funeral Services, helping families celebrate the lives of their loved ones for generations. Gillians.co.nz.
Pallet fires are growing in popularity in Otago, with people who want a clean and efficient form of home heating. The sight of a burning flame without the problems of chopping, stacking and carting wood around is a winner. Pallet fires, so easy, so efficient.
Mosgiel Mowers Plus can help you with products to make your garden maintenance jobs easier. Lawn mowers, ride-ons, chainsaws, line trimmers. Sales and service are our specialty. Mosgiel Mowers Plus. Phone 489 3572 22B Gordon Road, Mosgiel.
Wake up time and another frantic day ahead for Haraway's Oat Singles. With 3 delicious flavours in each pack, they don't last long with this family. They're so convenient and tasty, and they're ready in seconds. Haraway's Oat Singles are the ideal breakfast or snack on the run for today's busy families. And there's a flavour to suit everyone. Beat the rush and make sure you get your favourite flavour. Haraway's Oat Singles. Try new Kiwi Favourites Caramel Variety Pack.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
Yes, Sonny Chin.
Neck, shoulder, back, sciatica, pain specialists. Innovative tools specifically designed to contour your grooves of depletion and excess muscle buildup.
Sonny Chin, it works.
I understand now how economics can affect global warming.
And I found out how grass growth in New Zealand affects Fashion Week in Milan. I can even tell you how smartphone technology affects the survival of mountain gorillas.
Sorry.
Because at the Otago Business School, it's not just about the world of business, it's how business affects the world.
I'm Kim. Michaela.
David. And this is our place in the world.
Take your place in the world. Every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Pregnant? Need to talk? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Pregnancy counselling services are here to help. It's free, it's confidential. Call us now on 0800 773 462.
Welcome back. A handful of local fashion graduates are among the 39 finalists in this year's ID International Emerging Designer Awards. 4 students of Otago Polytechnic's Design School have been selected to show their graduate collections in the March Awards show. They are Andrea Short, Brittany Pooley, Shelby Turnman-Bell and Sophie Ball. Another 6 Kiwis have made the cut, with the remaining finalists from all over the world. The event is internationally recognised and has propelled several former Dunedin designers into successful careers. Prisoners around the country are in line to benefit from a unique fundraising event in Dunedin. Local yoga practitioners are stretching their generosity to those behind bars in the aim of sharing the benefits of the discipline. But some inmates are missing out.
Channeling inner peace, the benefits of yoga are being extended from the studio to those inside jail cells. Local practitioners are fundraising for instructors to teach yoga in prisons around the country through a charitable trust.
This enables the prisoners to get practical tools which enables them to deal with their anger, help them with their rehabilitation and ultimately help them, prevent them from reoffending when they go back into society.
The Yoga Education in Prisons Trust is a registered charity providing peaceful practice for inmates. It's about teaching prisoners techniques for positively changing their mindset and tackling life's challenges. Some of those behind bars are arguably more in need of yoga's benefits than the general population.
Yoga helps to reduce stress and it helps to reduce anger, and a lot of prisoners have experienced trauma and it helps them to face and deal with the trauma that they have experienced.
The Otago Corrections Facility is not currently participating in the Trust program, but local yogis have been quick to support the project, and dozens are expected to attend a fundraising class this weekend at Dunedin's Hot Yoga Studio. It might even help to convince the skeptics that yoga offers more than just physical flexibility.
The Trust are actually raising funds at the moment so they can do more research to show how yoga is benefiting the prisoners.
There's been some controversy around the Trust's work and the concept of providing free yoga to criminals. But there's no room for negativity in the yoga studio. Rosie Mannins, 39 Dunedin News.
The Dunedin City Council has approved draft budgets for the next financial year, signalling a 2.9% rates increase. Residents will soon be able to give feedback on the draft annual plan, which councillors will consider when finalising the document. This week's 39 Dunedin News online poll asked if you're interested in council spending, and it would seem that the majority of you are. Enterprise Dunedin is actively marketing the city to Aucklanders, trying to entice more people and businesses south. But there is concern about a resulting rise in local house prices and a strain on facilities. Next week's 39 Dunedin News online poll asks if you would like to see more Aucklanders move to Dunedin. You can vote at our website, dunedintv.co.nz. And now recapping tonight's top stories on 39 Dunedin News. Dunedin academic Sir Alan Mark is championing greater action to address climate change and is calling on the government to take charge. A local neurosurgeon is using implants to stimulate the brains of alcoholics, reducing their addiction and cravings for liquor. And more than 4,000 competitors are taking part in the New Zealand Masters Games, being held locally for the 13th time. It's time now to find out what's going to be inside Saturday's Otago Daily Times, and Phil Somerville joins us. Good evening.
Good evening. Let's start the tiny sample with these lifesavers in this dramatic picture. Last day today of weekday lifesavers, paid lifesavers, to carry on the weekends, and also discussing about the weather in Dunedin. Hasn't been great for swimming, has it, this last week? And talking about the weather, with an umbrella, we've got the oldest competitor in the Masters game. Apparently he doesn't take any drugs at all, and he's competing in the 10-kilometre walk.
He's in pretty good shape, isn't he?
He looks much younger.
Yeah.
Also mention the mix, of course. Sing the praises of columnist Lisa Scott. She's fantastic. And mention a story about Meals on Wheels. Lots of people rejecting them. Apparently some of the frozen meals from Auckland that people are saying are dreadful.
Oh goodness, details in tomorrow's ODT. Thanks, Phil. Time now for local weather.
This weather update is proudly brought to you in association with Silverhorn's Puff Plus.
And here is today's city view. It's taken of dry roofs in South Dunedin. Around the city today, the central city recorded legs 11 at 3 o'clock, 12 degrees for the Gardens and 14 for the Tyree. To the situation, and an anticyclone will move over New Zealand this weekend, which is great news. To the forecast for some of the main towns on the lower South Island for tomorrow. Look at that, sunshines everywhere. Fine weather with highs of between 19 and 24 degrees for Invercargill, Gore, Tiano and Alexandra. And fine weather also for Queenstown, Wanaka and Twizel, all expecting 23 degrees. A wee bit of cloud about for Oamaru with northeast winds and 18. And Dunedin tonight mostly fine with an overnight low of 11. Tomorrow and Sunday mostly fine with low cloud morning and night. Nor'easters and a high of 18 for Saturday, 19 for Sunday. Take your pick for washing day. And finally to the Otago Pallet Fires tidal and fishing information. High tide tomorrow morning is at around 9:10. Low tide on Sunday afternoon is at 20 to 4. And fishing conditions look good for the weekend, a wee bit like the weather, especially around 6:15 on Saturday evening and at around 20 to 7 on Sunday morning. And that is all from the team here at 39 Dunedin News for this week. We will leave you now with some shots from the week that was. We'll see you again on Monday. Good night.
This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.